Hey everybody, welcome to Church versus the World. Today we are reviewing the trailer for Supergirl, and I will give you my thoughts and all that. So here we go. Okay, I love the dog. I do. I liked him in Superman. Uh, but did we have to start off the trailer pissing all over Superman? Like I get it. This is a new movie, but anyway, the subtle jabs just aggravate me.
You managed to get most of it on the paper this time. Good job, buddy. Hi, cars are out. Hereby declare the 23 will be the best year yet. Let's be honest, babe, it's not a very high bar to clear.
Ain't that the truth?
I didn't know any of you were still alive. What was it like to lose everything in a day?
Alright. They can make this awesome. Like I can deal with the pseudo edgy Supergirl because it does make sense in the context that she's lost everything. She wasn't as hopeful as Clark. Clark got shot to Earth in the pod and was raised by Martha and Pa Kent. Supergirl came to Earth. She was already like a child or a teenager, depending on which iteration you you adhere to, but she was already a person and remembers Krypton's destruction. I mean, if they're going to go with the city Kandar that was stuck in Brainiac's bottle, that's even more for her to remember and go through. Like I can deal with it. Like if they explain why she's traumatized and they go into it and they give it some sort of background instead of just being edgy to be edgy and whatever, truth, justice, whatever. I hate that tagline. I think it's ridiculous because they didn't even say truth, justice, in the American way in Superman. So just to throw it in here and use it as a throwaway jab, that bothers me. I think it's stupid. But if they can add depth to this, if they can add depth to this whole Kandar or Krypton dying story and show you what she lost, delve into why she is the way she is, I'm completely okay with that. All right, back to it.
Krypton didn't die in a day. The gods are not that kind. Okay, this does not.
And I've had a lot of people say that it reminds them of Guardians of the Galaxy. It looks like Guardians of the Galaxy, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, okay. But you know what? At least we're getting some space based DCU stuff through this, hopefully through Lanterns. The more stuff we get like that in Superman and the less stuff we get like Peacemaker Season 2, I'm okay with. Because Peacemaker Season 2 started out alright, and except for the orgy scene, that was just out of place and weird for me. But then I called the twist of it being Earth X relatively early in, and it was a big letdown. It was retarded. And then you had the underwhelming ending of that show, and less less Peacemaker, more Superman, because yeah, even though it was mediocre, it was still good. I mean, I didn't hate it. It didn't drive it out of the park for me. You needed a movie to where Superman was the most impressive thing in that movie, but it wasn't. It was the dog and Mr. Terrific. Subverting expectations, I guess.
Not look like this is gonna end well. For you guys.
And I gotta say, like, I didn't pause it in the best of frames, but Millie Alcock is, looking pretty cool as Supergirl, and I'm digging it. I mean, would I have chose someone else? Probably, but Millie Alcock's pulling it off so far.
Do others on your planet have powers like you?
No, it's a pretty small group of two.
Okay, that makes it look like the dog is either going to get hurt or get sick, and it's going to upset her. And that's going to upset me too, because I love dogs. And this dog's actually kind of funny. Whoa, hold up. Hold up, hold up. Go. Is there a way to go back a frame? Oh, is that's got to be Jason Momoa's Lobo. I'm gonna have to scour the internet later for a better shot because I'm sure I'm just like a frame behind of complete and pure awesomeness. Jason Momoa's Lobo is gonna make this thing. Yeah, like I love Lobo. Like I wish I would have prepped for this video. I'd have put my Lobo comics somewhere around, but I got like a stack of different Lobo comics. None of them make sense. Like there's not any what I mean by that is there's no like numbered series. I got like 3 of a series and then like 4 of a, but every time I see a Lobo comic book I pick it up. I love it. And Jason Momoa's Lobo, that's awesome. It's he, don't get me wrong, I loved Aquaman. I loved him in the Justice League. Hold on. When I say the Justice League, I mean like the 4-hour one, not the Joss Whedon catastrophe. But he just, I don't know, he brings something to these roles as an actor that is phenomenal. Him, he's as big a nerd when it comes to this stuff as Henry Cavill. And the only reason people are so upset about Henry Cavill getting replaced as Superman, I am too, don't get me wrong, I love Henry Cavill. But the only reason they're so upset about it is because he brings something to those roles that Jason Momoa also brings. He himself is a nerd who respects and loves this content. And I don't know, I think Jason Momoa is going to kill this, and I think Lobo is going to wind up having his own series, or at least be in more DCU projects after this, because I think it, yeah. Oh, damn.
What's Superman like?
Almost got it.
He sees the good in everyone. And I see the truth.
That's another thing. In the comic books and in the movies, like I always, whenever I would read it, Kara always looked up to her cousin. Because, well, for one, he always sees the good in people, I guess. I don't know. But it just seems like a cheap shot at her cousin. And I want them to have a good relationship in these movies. I want them to be decent to one another like they were in the shows that were recently played. Like Tyler Hoechlin played a great Superman, and he and the Supergirl on that show had a great relationship. From what I remember, most of the comic books they've had a great relationship. So to have her looking at him like it irks me a little bit. I mean, I'm hoping this is going to be a great movie. I hope all of these movies turn out good. But I've been let down a lot. Like, Fantastic Four was awful. I like the continuity of the symbol. I like the continuity of the symbol because they didn't try to give her like the traditional S and then have him have this weird S. They kept the continuity of the symbol, which I feel is important because it's not always done. Yeah. All right, so all in all, I don't think it looks like it's going to be a bad movie. I don't. Do I think it's going to be great? Do I think it's going to knock it out of the park? No, because like I said, I enjoyed Superman. I actually really enjoyed that movie, but it was very mediocre compared to previous outings. And I know James Gunn can do it because like he during Marvel's low points put out one of the most decent Marvel movies they had going. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just the world we live in where nobody gives a damn about the content anymore. I don't know. I'm not trying to be nihilistic. I'm trying to be positive because I love movies. I love all this stuff. I love comic books. I mean, you can see comic books. Wait. Yeah, back. You see them back there. Like, what the hell? I mean, there are comic books on my desk right here. Like, I love comic books. I love movies. Wait. Yeah, right there. Right there. Movies. Like, it's two of my favorite things. Movies, comic books. So, comic book movies just to win. And they haven't been doing so good lately. Let's be honest. Like, Fantastic Four was fantastic flop. And I mean, or slop. And Superman, like I said, I enjoyed it. The Batman Part 1, except for a couple cringeworthy lines, was a great movie. I mean, there's still room in the world for superhero movies and superhero stories. We just got to start doing them right again. But that's just my thought. Leave a comment. Like, subscribe, hit the bell notifications, all that cool stuff.